Hi boys and girls, and thank you for joining me in our very first STEAM lesson. Now some of you might be wondering, what's STEAM? Well, you know we do lots of STEM lessons at school. Well, STEM has another part to it now, which is art. So we have science, technology, engineering, art and maths. And today we're going to start our STEAM lessons with an art lesson. Now, I've decided to base this lesson on one of my very favourite birds that we see lots at this time of year in our garden or in the park, and it's a little robin redbreast. I love robins and I want to share this poem with you now. I am that little robin that sits upon a tree. I sing to you each morning, but you don't know it's me. I am that little robin in your garden every day. I will never leave you. I will never fly away. Now we're going to be drawing a little robin redbreast today. And for this you need A4 paper, you need a selection of pencils, crayons and pens. Now I'm going to draw using a pencil. I'm not going to use any rubbers, and if you've been in my art class before, you know that I don't let you use rubbers because you just end up getting your page all dirty. So I'm going to use a pencil to draw today. And remember, practice makes perfect. I've been drawing this quite a few times, so I want you to watch this clip 2 or 3 times before you have a go at drawing, alright? And remember, don't say I can't do it. We say I can't do it yet. We're positive thinkers in St Aloysius. So have a look, watch the video clip a few times, and then you can have a go at drawing your little robin. Okay, so if you lay your paper landscape, you know landscape's long ways, portrait is up and down, so we're going to do a landscape drawing today. And I have my pencil and paper. Remember, no rubbers, don't keep rubbing it out. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to draw a straight line up, and this is going to be the robin's back, and another straight line just coming under. Okay, then I'm going to curve my line for the robin's head and come right round. I'll join this part up, and at the bottom of my line here I'm going to make this into its wing. Now don't worry that we have a line through it, because that is going to be part of the feathers of your robin. And I'll do the same at the bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to give our little robin an eye. So just with my pencil. We can go over this later to make it stand out, but just so we get the main points. There's my robin's eye and its beak. Okay, now on to the robin's legs. 2 little twig legs with 3 claws. 1, 2, 3. And the robin's breast part usually starts above its eye, so I'm just going to draw a little line so that we can colour in its red breast. Now we're going to have a robin standing on a branch, and I'm just going to draw a little line coming up to make its branch for it to perch on. And there we have our little robin redbreast. Now to add the colour, I used pen, I used pencil and I used crayon. So let's have a look. I used a brown pen to go over the outline of my robin, and the reason why I used brown is because a robin has lots of brown in it. If I use black, it might just be too dark, so I decided to use brown and for its legs. I used a red pen here for its red breast. And it's quite good when you're drawing a bird, because it's got the feathery look when you're colouring to colour in lines, so it looks like the build up of feathers. Now for the little robin's body, I used pencil, and it's really good to use pencil if you want to use shades. If you look at a picture of a robin, or if you actually see one in your garden, then you can see it's got different tones of colour. It's not all the same colour. So I used some different browns, a wee bit of red pencil up here, and I went heavy or light just to show the shading. Okay. Now for the branch I used a crane, and the reason why I used a crane is when if you look outside, not all shades of brown are the same. You might have brown branches which are different to the brown birds that you see. So it's the same when you're colouring. Use pencils, use cranes, use pens so that you can see all the different shades of a colour, and I used a brown to do my branch. For the background, I just got a blue crane and went really lightly just to show a nice blue sky in the background. And like every nice photograph that you have, it always looks better if you put it into a frame. So I just basically drew a little line round my picture to frame it. And there we have our lovely robin redbreast looking after you. So thank you very much for joining me today, boys and girls. I hope you've enjoyed yourself and managed to create a nice piece of artwork. Every time you look out your window or you're going a walk and you see a little robin, then always think it's a special little bird looking after you. Remember, when you finish your work, if you could post it onto your class teams, and that way your teacher can have a look at it, and I'll also be having a very good look at all of your artwork. Looking forward to seeing it. Now remember, keep safe, keep smiling and keep positive.